Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Velox Tactical Assault Pack from a company called 3V, and this is a very budget-friendly, durable, and versatile EDC backpack, and I've been testing this out for about a month, and so far it's been a really great experience. I'm always on the lookout for great bags that come in at under $100, so I was really excited when the company reached out to see if I wanted to test this out, and so far it's held up really well and has a great build quality, tons of organizational options, and a very cool tactical look. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys, and I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting out with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. This definitely has a very tactical and technical feel with all the different straps and Molle Webbing along the front and side. This makes the bag very functional, and it feels like it's going to work well in a variety of environments, whether you're traveling or taking this for walking around the city, but it doesn't feel like it's going to fit in as well into a professional setting or if you're wearing a nicer outfit. For me personally, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I really like tactical style bags. We've looked at some good ones in the past, so I really like this overall aesthetic, but definitely recognize that it's just not going to work well for everybody's style. For me personally, I've always been a fan of tactical style bags. I really like their look and the versatility that they offer with what you can pack, but I do understand that this style may not be for everybody. Continuing along the outside, the bag has compression straps on the sides and on the bottom, which are going to be great for compressing the bag down when it's not as full to make it look just a little bit slimmer. These are also going to be great for attaching larger items such as a tripod or maybe a sleeping bag. And then one of the most distinctive features of the bag is all the different Molle Webbing that's offered on the front, the sides, and the bottom of the bag that's going to allow you to attach a variety of accessories using something like carabiners. So here on the front, I just have my hero clip, which is one of my favorite accessories that I normally have with me to just hang my bag up when I don't want to place it on the ground. But this webbing is also going to allow you to attach a variety of different pouches. So I have the Orca Tactical pouch in the footage here that I featured in a video a few weeks ago, and that's been one of my favorite just slim pouches. It adds a lot of smaller internal organization that attaches to here very easily, and there's tons of other different pouches that you can attach using this Molle system. So really like the versatility that this offers, and even if you don't attach any pouches, I just really like the tactical feel that it gives the bag. Up at the top of the bag, you have some additional Molle Webbing, but this one also has Velcro on the front to allow you to attach a variety of morale patches. 3V has actually included 2 with the bag, but you can remove those if you don't like how those look and you want to replace them with your own, or you can just leave this blank for a more minimalistic look. While we're talking about the Molle Webbing and the different attachment points, one thing that I did want to mention is that there are no external water bottle compartments, which I was a little bit sad to see. There are a variety of Molle water pouches that you might be able to attach using the webbing here, but what I ended up doing was just attaching my water bottle with a carabiner to one of these attachment points here on the side. One last thing that I'll mention as far as attachment points is on the front, it actually includes this Y-style strap that you can remove that will give you just a little bit more flexibility as far as attaching something larger, so you can easily attach and remove this if you don't like how this looks. I personally left this off most of the time just because it made it a little bit harder to access a few of the different compartments in the bag, and I just think that that made the look a little bit too tactical for my liking, so I ended up removing this quite a bit, but I really like the ability to have this for whenever I wanted to carry a larger jacket or maybe something like a sleeping bag. Jumping into the materials, the bag is made out of a 600D fabric that feels pretty durable and like it's going to offer a decent amount of weather resistance. It also has nice, smooth working zippers. These don't appear to be YKK or anything like that, but they have worked really well so far. One thing that I did notice about them, however, is that they are a little bit more exposed, so I'd be worried about water getting in if you happen to get caught in any sort of heavier rain. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 27 liters, which I would normally think is a little bit big for a daily bag, but it actually ends up working pretty well here. And the main reason for that is that the bag isn't very tall. It actually still looks pretty nice, especially for my height. I come in at about 5 foot 11 inches. And so far, I've really liked how the bag looks when I don't have it fully packed out. And the reason that this bag can hold so much is that when you fill it out, it actually sticks out quite a bit. So it doesn't have a super slim silhouette. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you're packing it out all the way. It's not going to be as great for navigating crowded areas or jumping onto public transit. But I really like that if you don't fill the bag out quite as much, it does have a lot of compression straps to allow you to pull it tight to give it a much slimmer silhouette. Continuing on with the straps and the back paneling, the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I really like how these straps have been implemented here. They offer a nice amount of padding. They're really soft and broken in right out of the box. On the inside, they have this meshing material to help prevent moisture from building up. And they also have a really nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into my shoulders when I've packed it out with a lot of stuff. On top of that, the bag also has an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. And then it also includes a removable waist belt that you can attach to the bottom of the bag to help add that extra bit of support. Personally, I just left this off. I don't really like this style of waist belt. It doesn't offer a whole lot of padding. It didn't feel like it added that much. And just for this size of bag, I normally wouldn't use a waist belt, but it's nice that this is included if it's something that you normally like to use. And then moving on to the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. It has a very rigid foam-like material here that feels nice. It also has a nice amount of elevation, so I love all these air channels to help keep air flowing throughout the day to help prevent moisture from building up. For my personal preference, I would have preferred maybe a softer mesh-like material similar to what we saw on the straps, but for the most part, this has worked really great even when I've had the bag fully packed out. And then the last thing that I'll mention in this area is that there's this Velcro pocket here along the back paneling. I'm not entirely sure what this would be for. This might be a place where you could store a hydration bladder, or maybe if you wanted to tuck the straps away. For the most part, I didn't end up using this, however, as I felt that it might create some bulges that would make the back paneling uncomfortable. Jumping into the organizational options, this is really where the bag stands out. If you're somebody who likes to have a spot for all of your different items, this is going to be a dream to use. And so starting at the top here, there's just a quick access compartment that offers a nice amount of space. These all open fairly wide, plenty of volume. I really like how much these compartments stick out. You'll see this in all the different areas that we look at of the bag, so plenty of space for any larger accessories that you want to carry with you. Starting off with what I have in this one, first up I have my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And then on the inside of the compartment, there's a few different organizational options. So there's this larger slip pocket on the back, and currently what I have in here is my portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then along the front of this slip pocket, there's a few elastic bands that are going to be great for holding smaller accessories, whether it be dongles or cables. In this case, I just have a variety of the EDC things that I normally like to carry with me. So in this one here, I just have a small flashlight. And then farther along to the left, I have the Ridge Summit knife, which I've been testing out recently. I've really been enjoying this. I'll be featuring this in a future video. And then all the way on the left here, I just have a simple USB-C adapter that I use to connect my memory cards to my computer. So a really nice amount of space and internal organization in this compartment, and I really love how easy it is to access this area quickly. And then moving down along the front, you have another slightly larger quick access area with plenty of internal organization. The first thing that stands out to me about this compartment, again, is just how much volume this has. So this is going to be great for bulkier accessories. So opening this up, the first thing that I have in here is just my Able Carry stash pouch that has some of my smaller tech accessories. And then next to that here on the bottom, I just have a USB mouse. And so even with the amount of space offered here, I love how many internal organizational options are offered. So lots of little slip pockets. Starting down here at the bottom, you have a few smaller slots that are going to be good for holding things like pens. So currently what I have in here is a stylus and then just a simple nail clipper. And then all the way on the left, there is a slightly smaller slip pocket where I currently just have my Apple AirPods Pro, and those fits in there very comfortably. And then moving up along the top, you have a bunch of elastic bands. These are a little bit bigger than the ones that we saw in the top compartment. And so what I have here is just a lightning cable to charge my phone and my iPad. And then I just have the power brick for that cable. And then all the way on the left here, I just have an additional USB-C to USB-C cable. So lots of different organizational things that you can do with all these bands. I didn't even really have enough stuff to use them all, but really like the flexibility that this offers. And then the last thing offered in this compartment is this little lanyard that has a plastic clip that's going to be a great spot to hold your keys. Currently what I have here is my Gerber dime multi-tool attached with an S carabiner. So really love all the different flexibility offered here. Great spot to be able to access some of your stuff quickly and make sure that it's always easy to find. Next up is the first of two larger organizational areas that the bag offers. So opening this up, this doesn't open all the way clamshell style, but it still comes up a nice amount to make it pretty easy to see everything that's in the compartment. So again, nice amount of space in this area, even for bulkier accessories. So the first thing that I have here is my Beats Studio wireless headphones. And then down towards the bottom of the compartment, I have my GoRuck wire dop, which has some more of my tech accessories. And then on the back of the compartment, there's just a few different slip areas. So on the front here, you have this mesh slip pocket that's going to just be a simple sleeve where you can store taller and slimmer items. And then on the back of that, there's an additional sleeve where I currently just have my Moleskine notebook. And this has a nice amount of elasticity, no sort of padding here. This may be a good spot to store a tablet, but it's not going to offer a whole lot of protection. So just some nice, simple organizational options. And then if you don't want to use it, it lays down flat against the back of the bag. And then this does come up quite a bit, so plenty of storage space here. I actually left this kind of empty just because there's just so many different places to store stuff throughout the bag. And then the last area that we're going to take a look at is what I would call the main compartment. And so this does have a full clamshell style opening. So I'll go ahead and release all of the compression straps so that I can open it up fully. And the zipper goes all the way down to make it very easy to pack everything out and just see everything that's inside of the compartment. So plenty of space here, very simple layout. The first thing that I have here is just a simple folder to hold my papers and receipts. And then I also have my Levitate portable standing desk. So not a whole lot going on in this compartment, not as many slip pockets as we saw throughout the rest of the bag. And then on the back here, you just have one additional sleeve that you can use to store something like a laptop. This sleeve is slightly padded. It's a little bit more padded than the other ones that we saw throughout the bag. So it does offer some protection and at least some separation from the rest of the items that you may be storing in this area. The sleeve, however, isn't elevated off the bottom of the ground. So if you place your bag down, you will have to be careful to make sure that your device isn't damaged. It has this nice elastic strap here to help keep the device in place, and then it will be able to fit probably up to a 15-inch laptop. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see that there's some leftover space here towards the top. And this comes up a nice amount, so if you have a thicker device or you want to put a case on your laptop, it should be able to fit in here okay. So pulling this out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So no sort of fleece lining on either area, just a slight amount of padding here. And then this is also going to be a good spot to place a hydration bladder. There is this little opening here that will allow you to pass that through. So if you want to have some water with you as you're walking around throughout a longer day, this is going to be a good spot to place that. So just a really nice, simple layout here. I love that there's at least a slot to place your laptop. Even though this isn't technically a tech bag, it's supposed to be more of a tactical EDC backpack. I still love that there's an area where I can kind of store that if I want to use this for my normal day-to-day. And then the last thing that I wanted to try out due to the size of the bag is just to see how this would work for a quick trip. So I wanted to go ahead and toss in a few packing cubes and see how that would all fit. And so I was very easily able to fit my larger double-sided packing cube from Arkedo, and I could just throw that in the main area. I won't try to put anything else in there. I'll go ahead and close that up. And then due to the volume offered in all the different compartments, it really gave me a lot of flexibility with how I could store everything. So in this front compartment, I'll go ahead and throw in my smaller packing cube that has my underwear and socks and smaller clothing items. And that's still able to fit in there due to how much the compartment comes up. And then I'll also go ahead and throw in my air dop kit just because I have some leftover space here. And so that should be able to zip up pretty comfortably. Let me go ahead and close that up here. And so now with the two main areas filled, you can see how much the bag starts to kind of pop out as you fill it up. And then even though those main areas are pretty packed out, there's still plenty of space in the front quick access areas that we looked at earlier. So if you have some accessories that you want to carry with you, there's still some good volume here that you'll be able to use. But as you start to fill those out, the bag will just pop out more and more. So still just a really impressive amount of space and organizational options. I was really surprised with how much I enjoyed using this bag and how versatile it was. And if you're looking for a durable EDC backpack that you're going to be able to use in a bunch of different environments and that comes in at under $100, this is going to be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a really great experience testing out the Velox Tactical Assault Pack over the past month. The bag has held up really well, it's been very comfortable, it has tons of great organizational options, and it comes in at a really great price. And so you can currently purchase this on Amazon or 3V's site for about $60 to $65. I've seen it jump around a little bit, but at either of those prices, it's a really great value considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer. On top of that, it also compares really well to other bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags this made me think of is the 511 Rapid Quad Zip Pack, which is another great tactically styled bag that comes in at under $100. That one has been really great to use. It's been very comfortable. It has a solid build quality, and it also has the Molle Webbing on the front to give you a little bit more versatility in how you can organize your stuff. That one does have a slightly simpler layout, and it does have a nice clamshell style opening. So if you're looking for a similarly tactical bag that's going to come in at under $100, that's going to be one of the best options to check out. The next bag this made me think of is the TomTalk laptop bag that we looked at really recently. That was another great tech bag that came in at under $100. It doesn't have the same tactical look as this, but it has a lot of similar organizational options, a great laptop pocket, and just a really solid build quality for a bag at the price point that it comes in at. So if you're looking for something with a less tactical look that's gonna work well maybe for school or walking around the city, that's gonna be a great option to check out. The next bag this made me think of was the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 24, which we tested out really recently, and that's been a really great bag to use. It's been very comfortable to wear, it has a very solid build quality, it holds a ton of stuff, and it just has a really simple and effective organizational layout. That one's gonna come in at around $165, so definitely a higher price point than this, but if you're looking for something that's gonna offer a little bit more capacity and still have a military-inspired look, that's gonna be a great option to check out. The last option that I'll mention here is the GoRuck GR1, and that's definitely going to come in at a much higher price point than this at around $300, but it's going to hold up pretty much forever, and I really like that it has a tactical aesthetic that's not quite as overpowering with all the Molle webbing that this bag has. So if you want something with a similar look that you're going to be able to take into a bunch of different environments and is going to hold up well for many years to come, the GoRuck GR1 is going to be one of the best options to take a look at. With that being said, the Velox Assault Pack holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for something comfortable that's going to offer tons of organizational options, plenty of capacity, and a pretty solid build quality at under $100, this is going to be a great option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Velox Assault Pack and if there are any similar options that you think I should feature on the channel. As always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to go ahead and thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you guys found this video useful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much.